Okay, good morning. We're going to try to do this as efficiently as possible, but this is the annual kickoff to the Elkhorn Area High School Scholarship Foundation Scholarship Opportunities. Everything is electronic, so you can find it from our website. Menu, scholarship opportunities, and then visit the Elkhorn Area High School Scholarship Foundation website. The Scholarship Foundation is a separate organization from us. It's a community organization, so it has its own website, but the link takes you here. Two quick thank yous always to start. Please take a moment to appreciate the luck, if you will, the good fortune to be born and raised in this community that is very generous when it comes to funding or helping you fund higher education. You see the stats from last year. The foundation has existed since 1986, in which time over $4.5 million have gone out to high school graduates of this high school. Last year's class, $284,770 went out to the class. So that's what we're looking at. That's a big number, okay? And this is a very simple process for you to be able to apply to multiple. There's probably 75 plus scholarships that you can access with one scholarship application. These are the monies that are awarded if you win a scholarship on honors night, the night before your graduation, okay? The other person we like to thank, if you get a chance, Lena Glassell in our office. She's in the back there. Let's give her a hand. She's truly invests so many hours for you to make this even possible. We can't thank her enough. So any chance you get to thank her, we appreciate it. Okay, a couple things we're going to point out here. Your drop downs here. The first thing I'm going to go to is the Honors Night calendar. Today is Thursday, March 7th. The links are now live as we walk in here, so the forms are accepting responses. You have from this moment until the 21st. Make sure you record that in your phone, your calendar. Give yourself multiple reminders on your calendar leading up to that deadline. That is a hard and fast deadline. No scholarship applications will be accepted after 3 p.m. on the 21st. We will shut them off. We will probably listen to phone calls if they come in, but they will not be turned back on. I can't stress that enough. Don't miss this opportunity. Make sure you understand that that is the deadline. A shout out to your siblings here. If you look, oops, sorry, let me go back one. Under more, and then alumni scholarships. If you have a brother or sister that is still in college, direct them to the alumni scholarships. There's several scholarships that are available to students who graduated from this high school. Some are very specific, like most of them are, I guess. There's an agriculture, there's an engineering, there's an early childhood, there's a law. But there's one called Deasing, that's just anybody who is in college. Doesn't matter what you're studying. So if you have an older brother or sister, let them know that that exists. Next, this is the main part. So this is just the quick directions. Don't forget, stop down if you have questions after this morning. It takes 2 minutes. We can go through it with you one-on-one. Everything is accessed under the scholarship guide, which is that first link. You will see several things. A few forms, Google Forms. The first of which is the Elkhorn Area Scholarship Foundation Local Scholarships. That is the main application. To apply for scholarships, you need that complete, and the very bottom of that list is one recommendation. When you And that's something you should think about sooner rather than later, but who are you going to ask to be your recommender? It can't be one of us, meaning your school counselor, because we kind of have alphabetical part of our caseload, so we don't want anybody to think, well, you just favor your part of the alphabet, that kind of thing. But whomever you ask, you have to either direct them to this website, have them click on that link so they can fill out that Google form. There's two options. There's a rating form where if somebody didn't already write you a letter of recommendation, they can quickly do that rating form. If they did write you a letter of recommendation, and that's what you're asking, they can copy and paste it right into that form. Hit submit, boom. But everybody needs at least those two things. There are a couple of scholarships that require an additional form. We're going to talk about those in a second. And the other thing I was going to mention from the guide is, boom, there's that deadline again. Can't stress that enough. Don't forget that. Please note, in order to be eligible for foundation scholarships, you must have been a resident student for your final 6 trimesters. All of junior, all of senior year. You have to have been an active student here in the district. Okay. Also know, some people ask, what if I take a gap year? What if I don't go to school right away? Please still apply. And all those monies that are managed by the foundation are eligible for escrow, which means the foundation will hold on to that money that you've won. And if you're going to a 2-year college, even if it's 2 years from now, when you access that, you can come back to the district and say, I won this in 2024. If you're going to a 4-year university, you have up to 4 years to access that money. So know that that's a possibility. Okay, when you go to fill out this application, because it's a Google form in multiple parts, I'm going to refer to a PDF of it right now. I'm also going to send you this PDF because you can't save it as you go. So you want to look at the PDF first, go through it in its entirety. I'll point out where the biographical sketches, like pre-write, so you can copy and paste it right into the document. So when you sit down to do the actual application, you can do it in one sitting. The highlights to the application are as follows. Pages 1 through 7 are just general information, name, address, who lives in your house, that sort of thing. On page 5, I'm going to point out, there's page 5. That's where you are going to upload a current high school transcript. Can I ask a quick question to Ms. Costello? Tuesday, grades are due for trimester 2, but by the time, they should use their Tri-1 transcript that's in Skyward already, right? To upload here?
You can use trimester 1, that's fine.
Okay. So when you go into your Skyward and you look on your portfolio tab, that's where your report cards and your transcripts are uploaded to. Just save it as a PDF and upload it right here. On page 6, the very next question, that's where you're going to publish your e-portfolio and copy and paste the link right here. That's part of your scholarship application. That helps people really evaluate. On page 8, this is where the employment history is in the brief biographical sketch. The employment history, you don't have to write like a paragraph form. You can literally put the job you had while in high school, how many hours per week that applies to you. The number 33 there, brief biographical sketch, those of you that have already done your college applications, most of you have, this is where you can include any special circumstances that you would like the scholarship selection committees to be aware of. So just be aware of that. And then, page 8 through 45. This is going to just take some careful reading on your part, but it's an alphabetical list of all the scholarships available to you. Take the time to read every single one. read what the eligibility criteria are. So for example, A+ Power Sports is the very first one. And it says it's one scholarship in the amount of $500 awarded to a student furthering their education in power sports or small engines. Does that apply to you? If yes, okay. Who is it open to? Elkhorn Area High School students and option students. That's you. Good. If you meet those, click yes. Go on to the next one. Aurora. One scholarship in the amount of $2,500 specific to somebody going into a health career field. Okay? It's open to Elkhorn Area High School students. If that's you, mark F. Yes. So you may have 30 scholarships that you meet the eligibility for. One scholarship application, you can apply to all 30. Good. I'm just going to point out two more things. Page 14, as you're reading carefully, you'll see a few scholarships, and the All Sports Booster Club is an example of one of them. You'll see a little asterisk here, and it says this scholarship requires an additional application. That's where you'll remember to go back to the website here. And that's where that Booster Club extra form is. So don't forget that, but just read carefully. And when you stumble upon that asterisk, what's it saying? Here's another example of that on page 18. This is the Elkhorn Autism Support Team Scholarship. And there's an asterisk there, and it says requires an additional response, which you can find at the end of the application. In that case, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. But those additional questions are all the way at the end of the scholarship application, which you will see on page 45, I believe. So there's that East Scholarship extra statement. And I guess I'll throw this one in there too. Right above that is the Medal of Honor Award. That's where you have the opportunity to nominate a classmate of yours for, and you can read the description there. If your classmate who has done something out of the ordinary for another person or the community, please feel free to nominate them. The person who does the nominating gets $50. The person you nominate will get $500. And the very last question is about a 1 minute or less video response. You can just use your phone, upload that to YouTube, link there. Do not make it public private, and just read the directions on that. Okay. Anything else? Questions? It's that simple. Don't forget that deadline. Read everything very carefully. If questions come up, we're available to answer those questions. Ms. Cassell?
Did you mention letters of recommendation?
Yeah, does everybody understand the letter of recommendation? You have to have one letter of recommendation accompany your application. And again, that link is right there. So you can either direct the person, like with somebody you're accessing, or one of your teachers, ask them, please, let them know that if you already wrote one for me, you can copy and paste it right in there. You just have to go to the website to find the link. Otherwise, copy and paste the link and give it to the person you're asking. Okay? Good luck on the rest of your finals. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, yeah, so look for the email that's going to have this PDF so that you can, again, go through it and spend some time thinking about your responses. This was also recorded, and we'll send a link to that too. So if you know somebody that's not here, remind them that they can look at the video, they can come ask questions, whatever. We want everybody to have the same opportunities, same information, same timeline now until the 21st at 3 p.m. Oh, no.
Thank you.